Everybody loves the American campfire. Don't you hear it calling your name? Everybody loves the American campfire.
Thanksgiving every day. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope you're giving thanks. If you really want to get a great gift for the people you love and bring them so much mojo, it'll scare them. Don't you want to scare the people you love? Don't you want to put them on edge? Don't you want them to think, man? Think. Get them one of these, an autographed deer skull. By the way, somebody did some story on some loud wire rock and roll event. And they just make stuff up. They said, isn't it a coincidence that right after Ozzy Osbourne condemned trophy hunting, Ted Nugent started selling signed skulls? I started selling these about 40 years ago. Ozzy was snorting ants. Ozzy was on his knees outside the tour bus snorting ants, and I was selling signed deer skulls. This is probably illegal because you can't sell wildlife parts. Oh, shut the front door. So if you would like one of these personally autographed deer skulls to raise money for the nonprofit Ted Nugent Camp for Kids charity, email toby@tednugent.com. Toby@tednugent.com. And you know, Keith Mark is my guest right now. He's not just my guest, but he's like a campfire czar, blood brother, soul brother, all-American sheet kicker. And Keith Mark, I started out the show today saying, like I have for the last 50-some years, happy Thanksgiving every day, but I thank God that you and I are American hell raisers, and you're my blood brother, and that you're a thinker. We created Hunter Nation, and we helped motivate sleepy, apathetic conservatives to stop being sleepy and apathetic. And are we on the right track with Donald Trump and the team he's putting together, Keith Mark? I thank God for you. You're like the political Motor City madman from Kansas.
Well, thanks, Ted. And what I'm really thankful for this Thanksgiving is that our fellow hunters finally got off of their tree stands and out of their duck marshes and deer woods and got out and voted. Because as our campaign said, this entire election year 2024, when hunters vote, America wins. Hunters stand for those traditional values: God, family, country, the Constitution, law and order, and of course our hunting lifestyle. And I don't think it's any coincidence, Ted, that hunters voted, in great part to Hunter Nation, our campaign, and your efforts, and all of our Hunter Nation team, including Rock and Don Jr. and Craig Morgan and Mark Geist and so on. But hunters voted in record numbers, and I don't know about you, Ted, but I believe America won.
You know, it was so obvious that we started raising this danger flag back in 2016 because an outsider came down that escalator, and we knew that the corruption was out of control. We know that the spending, that the government, Uncle Sam, the deep state, the elected employees would just randomly torch tax dollars for clear and present waste, counterproductive to quality of life, law and order, organized civility. So you created HunterNation.org and HuntTheVote.org. And again, these are nonprofits. We don't endorse anybody, but we do celebrate and push for conservatives, constitutionalists, conservationists to stand up for God, family, country, Constitution, Bill of Rights, Ten Commandments, Golden Rule, Declaration of Independence, work ethic, law and order, and all those foundational values were literally discarded by Uncle Sam over the years, and now it got so bad under the syllable challenge, devil, zombie freak Democrat Party that finally Americans went, geez, why would butter cost $7? Why is gas $4, $5, $6? Why would our government shut down energy dominance? Why would our government support men beating up women? Why would our government facilitate the invasion and the importation of fentanyl that kills our fellow? Why would our government do that? So it got so bad that conservatives and Hunter Nation led the charge, but it spread from hunting families to other members of families at work, at school, at church. You were on the ground, you were boots on the ground, and the team, the Hunter Nation team has exploded, but we inspired other people who were sitting out the experiment in self-government. They weren't participating, which is irresponsible and unforgivable. When you ran into people that I'm not into politics, I know how I approach them at our Sunrise Acres every weekend. But how did you approach people that go, well, I'm not into politics? That is such a self-inflicted curse. How did you deal with that one-on-one? Because I know you did it publicly in mass at big events, but you also ran into people one-on-one. What was your conversation with them like, and how did you wake them up?
Yeah, Ted, it was almost like the perfect storm, because these people have set out election after election, not because they're not patriotic, not because they didn't care about the direction of the country. It's because they were raised to be independent, self-reliant, rugged individualists. And, you know, there's something to be said for that. But the time has finally come, Ted, and you hit all the hot button points. You look at the border, you look at law and order, you look at the economy. If hunters didn't step forward, and really all good American patriots didn't step forward in this 2024 election, I think everyone realized that the country that we all love, the country that our founding fathers created, would be gone forever. And the truth is, Ted, you know, the Continental Army was no match for the greatest military force of its time, the British Army. It was the backwoodsmen, the hunters, the marksmen that came out and thumped those redcoats time and time again that led to the Revolutionary War victory. I think that's exactly what happened this time. Finally, the hunters realized that America needed them now more than ever, and they did step forward because they love America. And what I do pray, Ted, is that they realize what an impact they can have. And now we have a voice in Washington, D.C. As you know, I've been working tirelessly in Hunter Nation to get the gray wolf delisted. Since the election, I've been talking with people. I do believe we have a strong opportunity because of the fact that hunters gave me some power because of their voting block to get the wolf delisted. And Ted, listen, you and I talk every single day, and we were talking this weekend. There are other organizations out there that represent the elite. They might represent Africa and interests over there, or one particular animal or region. Hunter Nation is the group that represents, to use your vernacular, the kickers of American hunters, the ones that might have a mossy oak jacket and a real tree pant, or you know, really have to save some money so they can afford the shotgun shells to go out opening weekend of pheasant season or duck season. That's the people that Hunter Nation represent, and that's why we need everyone to join us, to become members of Hunter Nation at hunternation.org, because if we can build this army of membership out to a large number, the sky's the limit for what we can do here at Hunter Nation. And you know what, Ted? I'm most thankful for you, because without you and your voice and your willingness to get on the platform that you have and to use your celebrity for good, not evil, like some of the other celebrities do, Oprah, Obama, name them, go right on, Beyonce, right on down the line, P. Diddy. Ted Nugent is the shining beacon on our side of the equation for the good people of America. So I'm thankful for you and your family every day, my friend.
Well, thank you for that. But we are blood brothers. We are soulmates, literally, because this is an experiment in self-government, the only one in the history of the human experience. And I want to thank everybody out there. But I'm going to start celebrating every Real America Voice Spirit Campfire. And I'm doing a podcast right after I get off here that I'm going to my grandson's school and playing Fred Bear and talking to the kids. Everywhere I go, I'm going to remind people that you represent the hunting lifestyle and the hunting families of this country, and they are the best people in the world. I spend every weekend at Sunrise Acres, and now when I go back to Texas next week, my birthday hunt and the New Year's hunt, I'm surrounded by hundreds of hunters every year for the last, I think I started Sunrise Acres 30-some years ago. What kind, what thoughtful, what generous. Even those that have difficulty making ends meet, they will donate to a military charity. They will find a way to donate to a children's charity. They will find a way to help their community. So I want to emphasize that the media always talks about the poacher and the guy that killed too many deer, or the guy that spotlighted the deer, or the guy that was, killing too many ducks. But they never talk about the 99% of hunting families that are the best people in the world. So Keith, you represent that. I recommend that our fight is not over. Everybody should visit hunternation.org. Become a member, become a participant, give away membership at hunternation.org to the people you love, especially your hunting buddies, your fishing buddies, but people who need that extra physics of spirituality in the great outdoors.
That's right.
This is the time of year to inspire them.
You know what, Ted, if I might, before we leave, I want to give your listeners a very quick but effective Thanksgiving turkey recipe. So you get your wild turkey that you've shot. You preheat your oven to 450. You fill it with sage dressing and put a stick of butter in there. And then you take the powder from a 30-30 shotgun shell and you put it right at the end and you close it up and you put it in the oven. And when the turkey blows his ass off, he's done.
I'll send that to Whoopi. Keith, God bless you. Happy Thanksgiving every day. Happy Independence Day every day. They're all intertwined. Happy Memorial Day. Happy Veterans Day every day. You are my blood brother. We did make a difference. So everybody out there, thank you for supporting my big mouth for truth, logic, and common sense. Be sure you get on with Shemaine Nugent, Faith and Freedom, Real America's Voice. Thank you to everybody at Real America's Voice for putting up with the old loudmouth guitar player. I love Real America, and with Donald Trump, we're going home, baby.